Hi everybody, it's Wanda, and today my video is going to be about stuffing some mushrooms. I hope everybody's having a blessed Sunday, and may everybody be blessed and have a great day. And let me show you how I make this. I'm going to make a stuffed mushroom with some shrimp and I had defrosting and a piece of tuna. So we have some fresh tuna here. We have some shrimp, and I have these little crab legs in here, just a small piece of it, and I'm gonna start simmering that a little bit so I can pull the meat out easier. Okay, so let's get old reliable here, and let's light this stove. Okay, so I'm gonna have that steaming up so it's easier for me to take out. And what I want to do is I'm gonna start with I need a knife, and I'm gonna chop up my shrimp. The ingredients that I'm gonna be using is some onion, some Philadelphia cheese, that's about 2 spoons. I'm gonna use some garlic. I have a piece of onion. I'm going to use some grated cheese. I'm going to use some coconut milk. And I'll be using some crackers. So let's start. First thing I want to do is I want to make the mixture, so I'm going to cut up my shrimp. Set the butter there, and I'm just going to take my shrimp and I'm going to cut them into small bite size, where just little square pieces, about like that big. That's good. So I'm going to put it back on the plate when I'm done. And I'm using raw shrimps. These haven't been cooked yet. I gotta get something to keep this sturdy. Okay, so let's go. So I'm gonna chop the shrimp. Chop the shrimp. I'm gonna chop the shrimp. Just want some small pieces. I could do them by 2. I'm gonna cut real fast through here. There we go. Cut these little shrimps. It's supposed to be the 7th day of rest, but who really stops eating on Sunday, right? You have to cook something, although it's a blessed day. I'm not trying to work. No work on Sunday. I'm just trying to feed myself, okay? So let's throw this here, and we have just about 2 more left. That's it. Okay, so there's 3 shrimps left. Let's get this cut. There we go. So now that I cut the shrimp, I'm gonna cut the tuna. I really don't have to cut the tuna because the tuna, I'm just gonna give it a rinse. The tuna will break up inside the pot while I'm cooking it, so I'm just gonna give it a little rinse. Even though it'll break up, you see I have these small little pieces. This is called which kind of Colombian white tuna. So I'll just make a couple little marks there. Like I said, it's gonna break up and turn into little flakes. So I'm just gonna put it right here. Yeah, make sure all of them are out. That one's a little big. So there we go, I have one left. Okay, so now that we have our shrimp is already cut up, and our tuna's cut up, and these crab legs are boiling up. I don't know how easy it's gonna be to take the meat out of it, but we're gonna attempt it. So I would have done that before, but I wanted you to see the process. So to my let me cut up an onion first. I need some onion. I'm just gonna dice up a little bit of onion here. Okay, soft skin. I love this dish. I think I made it up myself. I've seen plenty of videos, so you know when you watch a lot of videos, you take a little bit here and a little bit there. Yeah, well that's my motto. Take a little here and a little there, and make my own creation. I just get ideas for it. That's all, just ideas. So here we go. We have our garlic here, and I mean the onions. We're gonna put the onions in here. I want to cook that first. It's gonna be garlic flavored, but I'm gonna put the onion first. Okay, let's see if this one turns on. Yes, yes, hallelujah, it's a miracle. Okay, so we have this ready now. To that, I have some oil and garlic in this little container. I'm just gonna throw it in there so it could cook up with the onions. I'm gonna have all that cooked. I have a little bit more a little bit more garlic, but that's gonna be at the end. But for right now, I'm gonna take out these crabs because, like I said, I just wanted it to cook up a little bit. I'm not sure if they were cooked crabs or if they weren't cooked, but let me get something to pull those out with. Okay, can't find anything to pull them out with. Let's see if we can get them out with this. There we go. So I'm going to put them right here so they could start cooling off. I'll grab the last little bit that's here, put that there. Now I'll shut the stove off. Okay, so I'm going to take that out of there. I don't need this pot here anymore. But I'm not going to throw it away in case I need a little bit of the broth, because that'll make it taste more oceany or fishy. So I'm going to lower the heat on this because I want them to cook. I don't want them to burn. So there we go. We lowered the heat on that. And the next step that I want to do is I want to do the mushrooms. So I'm going to put this to the side here. And let's bring the mushrooms. I think I need that towel again. I don't want it to slide down. Oh, I lost the towel. Okay, where's the towel? Oh my God. Okay, we'll use this. There we go. So, what I want to do with my mushrooms is, if you wash them, they get spongy. That's what this is. So I'm just going to give them a quick peel here. The less water, the better. So I'm going to peel these mushrooms while that onion cooks. You can peel them with a knife if you like, a little butter knife. I just feel better grabbing the corners of it. It's just like this. It's right there. If you do this, you can just grab them like that. It's easy. So this one's done. It goes like that. And what I want to do is I want to grab my knife and I want to take out the stalk part. This. I'll be using this, but I just want to take it out so it could be easier to stuff. So I'll do the same thing to this stalk. But like I said, see this piece that has here? This is the way that you can just peel it. See? Very easy. Some people don't like mushrooms. I say it depends how you taste it. I like the woody taste to it. It has the taste of earth to me, and I enjoy that earthy taste that it has. So it's very quick to do. No time waster. Like I said, you just grab the corners and that's it. You can leave that little part. It doesn't bother me. And then you're going to cut the stalk out. put it there. That's 2. And we have this one. Again, they all have this little piece hanging, so you grab it and you just peel it off. Just like that. Don't grab too much. Try to get the skin of it. See right here? Little skin. Just peel it off. You don't want to take too much of the mushroom off, but eventually take a little bit off. But there we go. So. Okay, this is fine right here. This is good. And again, let's just take off the little stalk. I'm going to put that to the side. Here goes one, the last mushroom. And there we go. Peel the mushrooms. I could give these a good wash, but they usually say just to brush them off. So I think I'll just brush them off a little. I have this little brush here. It's kind of like a brush. Just gonna brush it. That's what they say to do it, so I'm gonna brush it. Okay, let's get the stalk out on this one because I'm gonna use this in my dish. Okay, so here we go. I'm gonna put that there, and I'm gonna get rid of some of this. Just gonna dust it a little. There you go. That's one dusted. I really don't know the reason why I should dust it, but I heard you should dust it, so I'm dusting it. Hopefully whatever is supposed to come out, or whatever activation that does, I hope it does it, so here we go. I'm dusting it out. Okay, done and dusted. Okay, now what I want to do is I'm going to put this here. I don't need the duster anymore. I do need a paper towel though. Desperately need a paper towel. Okay, so I just wet my paper towel a little bit because I just want to pick up this here. There we go. That's enough for now. Okay, so now that we have our, this is done already. I'm going to put that to the side. The little stalks, I'm going to grab my knife again. Let me get this a mix because I see them cooking. Now I'm just going to add a little bit of butter to this. I don't know, that's about a tablespoon of butter. Want to make sure that these onion and this garlic cooks because that's going to be the base of my stuffing to stuff it with. So I'm just going to leave that there like that, and I'm just going to add a little salt to that. We're going to add a little salt, not much. That's good. And I'm going to add a little pepper. All right, so there we go. We have some salt and pepper going on. So, it smells delicious. Very good. Okay, so here we go. Grab my knife, and I'm gonna cut these little things into pieces, the little stalks. And this is the side that was hanging out. So I'll just cut the side that was hanging out and put it to the side. There we go. We're just cutting little pieces of it because I'm not going to throw it all away. I'm going to use some. And okay, this is the stalk because it seems rough. This is the outside, and I don't want this piece. And that's the bottom. I'm just going to cut the pieces of the mushroom up. Okay. There we go. Okay. So what I like to do is I want to throw my mushrooms in there. Okay, let that soften up and cook a little. I want it to pick up the flavor of the garlic. Okay, so we're gonna leave that there, and I'm gonna see how I can get the meat out of this. Let me grab my plate. I know I can do it with my I'm sorry, I'm looking for my baking little pole. I don't know where the pole is. I'm gonna be creative. I'm gonna be creative. So let's see how we do this. Okay, so let's cut this part off. The legs. I really wanted my rolling pin, because the rolling pin is easier to take out the meat from there. But if it doesn't want to cooperate, we shall see. Okay, so let me see if I can cut this here like this. Just a little bit. And yeah, that's good. So let's open this out and see if we can take the meat out. Okay, here we go. We got some of it out. I'm just going to throw it there. Maybe I'll make a bigger hole next time. I thought it would be easier to just squeeze it out of there. I thought squeezing it would have been a better choice. There we go. Maybe I'll just cut them open completely next time so I don't have to go through this, because it works so much faster. There you go. So let's try that. We're going to take this piece and we're going to cut it all off. There we go. Cut that off. Take out the meat. And just throw it in there. Okay. There's another. There's some crab meat. And there's some more that looks really delicious and tempting. Yeah, that's good. So let's take out that crab from there. Got some right here in the knuckle part. Let's get this part out here. Okay, the struggle is real. There, we got it out. So we have one more. That's good. And this is getting nice. Okay. That's good. I'm going to lower the heat a little bit to that. Oh, lower the heat. Okay, so let's finish cutting up this crab. Okay, that's clean. And this little last itty bitty one. Okay. Let's get this open too. There we go. Not a lot, but every little bit makes it taste better. So whatever I get out, I'm using it. So there we go. Now I did all these little legs. Now let's see the body. Yeah, I'll stay there till I'm done in the video. Then I'll clean it up. Okay, let's throw this out. Okay, let's see. It looks relatively easy to do this. I could see the meat like in the pockets. So let's see. There we go. And that's it. That's a good piece that I got out. And separate that kilo right there. And look, there's meat already here. I'm going to throw it in there, and that's good. It's right in there, the meat. So let me just open this up. Oops. The nice little chunks in there. Throw that in there. Okay, so we got all the crab in there. We just got a little piece left in my hand here. Let me just open this up because this knuckle, I'm sure it's carrying a lot of goodness in there. Let's see. There we go. See all that meat? Let's get that out. Okay, and we have 2 more pieces here, I guess. Pull that apart, and that's a good size. Okay, we're getting nice chunks of meat out of this. That's good. And the last piece. That's a nice chunk. Throw that in there. I'm still trying to get no shells in there. Okay. That's it. That's enough. Did I open this one? Because it looks so big. No, I don't think I opened this one. Gotta get this one because it looks like the knuckle is nice and full. And we don't want to throw this out. We get this meat. Chunk of meat. Well, I guess it wasn't. Alright, let me throw this out. I'll be right back. Let me wash my hands. Okay, now, so we have a meat mixture already here ready. You can see that. See, it has a little crab. I'm going to just dump it right in here. Dump it right there, and I'm going to get my little handle. Where's my handle? Okay, found one right here. Let's just grab a hold of this. And I'm going to be adding a little bit more, excuse me. I'm going to add a little bit more garlic to this and a little butter. I melted in the microwave. Okay, so we're going to add that much butter. And we're going to raise the heat. Raise the heat a little bit. There we go. Smells delicious. What I'm doing is just cooking up a little bit of this, the fish. And the crab meat was already cooked, but the fish is so pink, as you could see that it's pink. So I'm just gonna leave it alone for a few minutes right there till it gets a little steam going. And I have a pan here with a little bit of wax paper. I'm just gonna give it a quick spray. I'm just gonna spray it because I don't want anything to burn or stick. So we spray that, and we'll put our mushrooms on top. Even though I'm not done with these by far. There's more that I have to do to them, but I want to eliminate all this. And leave that there. Okay. Okay, I'm going to take my cream cheese and I'm going to scoop it out. Where's my holder? Okay, here's one. I'm going to scoop out cheese. Cheese. Very good. I love cream cheese. Everybody likes cream cheese. I love the creaminess of it. That's what they call it, cream cheese. Okay. Let's go right there. Let's go right there. So let's melt that cheese in there. Okay, I'm just gonna let that cook up for about a minute or so. I'm gonna lower the heat down on this, and this is the water from the crab. I'm just gonna grab 2 little containers, 1 and 2, because it has a nice crab flavor. So add a little bit of liquid to that, since we're gonna need our liquid, since we're gonna use crackers. Beautiful. Wait, I thought I saw something. Okay, let's get rid of that. Most delicious mixture. Okay, so let that come up to a little bubble. That's what I want. Okay, now I'm gonna take a little bit of my coconut milk, because I want coconut liquid in there. So I'm just gonna use a little bit. And my daughter said, "How do you do that with your can opener? Instead of opening all the way?" I said, "This is made for a reason. It's a can opener. You just push it in like that. Oops. And you push it in like that. And that's it." But then when I got to her house, she tells me, "Show me how you did it, Mom." And I look at a can opener, and it didn't have the bottle part. I said, "Sorry, it didn't work." And she said, "Oh, all right." But she didn't have a working one. So I added, I would say about 1/3 of a cup. Okay? 1/3 of a cup I added onto this. And I just want to bring it to the boil so then I can add my crackers. I don't need a scissor. I don't need this. Don't need this. Don't need this. Let's put this aside over here on the side. I'm going to get my clean rag. Okay. Let me just write this down. Okay, that's good there, like that. Okay, so I want to add a little bit of the butter. This butter's already melted on me, so I'm just going to throw a little bit in. It's nice and soft. I'm going to put this back in the refrigerator. Okay, so that's the amount of butter we're going to use for that. And what I want to do now is I have to add the cheese to that. So I'm just going to add a little bit of Parmesan. A little more, not much. I don't want the cheese to be overpowering, and it's salty. So this is perfect, just like that. Okay, here we go. So let me pick up my cap while I'm down here. Okay, so I did have a tool here. Oh, here it is. What I want to do is I want to take my crackers. You could either do it in the bag, wherever you want to do it. But you know what? I think it's better in a baggie, so I'm just going to grab a baggie from here. We're not going to use the whole thing. We're going to use about half. I'm going to get my scissor. Okay, so let's add half the package in there. No, I think it went a little bit more than half, but that's okay. That's plenty. Now this is really boiling really high. Let me bring that to a simmer because I need that liquid. So basically everything in there is already cooked. The fish is cooked, the crab, the shrimp, everything is cooked. There we go. There we go. So that's good right there. Like I said, everything is done. Even the little fish, they're all done. Okay. So I'm gonna let that simmer for a few minutes. It looks like it tastes delicious. Very delicious. So yummy. Okay, so that's done. Now what I'm gonna do is chop these crackers. Let's crush these crackers up. This is just my ice my little ice, Italian ice grabber. Sometimes I buy a gallon. I brought a gallon a long time ago. And I brought the spoon to go with it. And I haven't brought it yet. I'm going to release some of the air on this. It's easier if we release the air. There we go. It's getting a little hot in here. Okay. Doesn't have to be dust. You can have little pieces, it's fine. Little pieces is fine. Big pieces, not so much. You don't want any big pieces though. That's it. That's good. See, it still has some chunks in there. You can always do this to it. Okay, I'm going to shut this off. And I'm going to put my mixture in there. Just give it a quick mix. This is going to suck up all the juice really nicely. Look at that. So gorgeous. The smell. The smell is delicious. You know what I also put in here sometimes? I'll add a little bit of the breadcrumbs. This, you know, the breadcrumbs to bread, the 4C, the seasoned one. So I usually add some of that. Let me see if I can find it so I can add a little bit of flavor to it. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna add about a tablespoon. Or yeah, about a tablespoon of it. That's good. Only because it has such great seasonings in it. Yeah, a little bit, not a lot. It's Pecorino Romano, so that's good. I love Pecorino Romano cheese. So we'll mix this up. We don't want it too dry. We want kind of a wet little moisture. I'm gonna check if my light is on. I don't know why the light adjusts itself. I'm sorry. But there we go. Look at, you can see the cheese from the Parmigiano. Okay. Look at this. Delicious. Okay, so I'm just going to let that shut it off. Okay. I'm just going to leave this right here. It could sit there. You can see all the cheese. Can you see the cheese pulling away? Cheese and the crab, all that good mixture all together. Sounds and looks delicious. Okay, so enough playing with this. It's like a little dough. Okay, no more. No more. Let's leave that alone. Okay, so now to our mushrooms. I'm gonna add this little bit of garlic right there. I'm just gonna put it in a little microwave because I think this is a little too tough. Just a little, not as smooth as I want it to be. I just want it a little smoother. And I have my little brush here, and I'm just gonna brush this up with a little bit of garlic and oil. Garlic and butter. Okay, see? That's what I wanted. I melted the butter. Now I want to grab my mushroom. I want to give it a little brush on the bottom because you want that garlic taste on there too. Just a little brush. There you go. See? And you want to do it on the inside too, so it can have that good flavor. Oh, the little garlic pieces are going in there too. Very nice. Okay, one more. Delicious. I think this one could use a little bit more garlic. Let's get some more garlic on this one. Okay, and that's it. Basically, that's it. Now, what I want to do is just scoop in some. I'll use my icy scooper since it's available. I want to take this, and you just want to pile it on top. Get it nice and round perfectly. Grab another spoon. This is a big one. Okay, we're just going to put it right there. I'll probably have some of this mixture left over at the rate I'm going, unless I pile it up higher. You know, the mushrooms, they shrink a little when they cook. So just one more spoon will do this. That looks good. I can add a little bit more on the top on this one. Finish up the mixture, that's what I want to do. Even though that mixture is really good, if you want to make a little bit of pasta, you could have saved some, but I just want my mushrooms nice and piled high. And I'm going to start turning on my oven. Okay. There we go. Look at those beauties. Okay, let's put that over there. That looks really delicious. It's so good, I can't wait. Okay, so now that we have that, I'm gonna see if I can put a little bit of butter on top of this mixture. I think I'm almost done with it. There's hardly anything left, but I'll add a little flavor on. It really doesn't need it, it's okay. It's just that I have it here, so why waste it? A lot of garlic up in here. There we go. I found another piece of crab shell. Let me take that out. Okay, the pieces that fell down. They're mine. Can you tell that I love this dish? Alright, so we're going to take this and I'm going to put them in the oven for about 20 minutes, I would say. But first I'm going to give them a little spray. Okay. So that's it. Into the oven it goes. Oh no, one of them tipped over. Okay, there we go. Okay now, so that was a good recipe, right? It's delicious. So I'm gonna go and I will be back in about 25 minutes, 400 degrees at 25 minutes, and let's see how it looks, okay? Hi everybody, I'm back and it's ready, so we're gonna take it out and see what it looks like. Let's put on the little quack quack little mittens. Oh baby, oh baby, that looks good. Shut that oven off. keep that around. But yes, look at them. They opened up a little bit, but that's what they do, you know? That's what it does, so let's serve this up. And you can see the mushroom on the bottom. It looks really good. Oops. Okay, look at this. Look at that mushroom. You can see it? Very nice. Let's take this big one out. I'm gonna put that right there. That looks delicious. And it's going to be delicious. The mushroom cooked up really nice underneath. See? So that's it. That's the recipe. It looks delicious and it's filling. And if you love seafood, then you're gonna love this. So thank you for watching. Everybody have a happy Sunday. And hit the like button, the share button, the subscribe button, and the comment button. And let me know what you think of this, okay? And if you would try it. Okay? Thank you for watching. Bye. It's just so yummy. It's just so yummy. So yummy. Bye.